Hey, Tom here, Flip Anything USA. So today's the last day to get in the mentorship, or at least as far as the webinar goes. I'm not doing the webinars for a while, at least through the summer. I'm taking some time off, and gladly. I'm still, of course, taking care of my mentees and doing my Saturday meetings every Saturday. I've got the brightest group you can imagine. Be lucky to be in the class, and I'm just kind of tired of pleading with people that should be in to get in. I'm done. I don't. I mean, I want to say I don't care, but I actually do care because I see so many people pissing away so much money and opportunity that it's just sad. It's just sad. And give you an idea, like I say, I just did a vid the other day. Look, I've got a deal. I'll probably make $230,000, maybe $260,000 on. And it's only because I took time off from mentoring that I made that deal. And the thing is, there isn't anybody that's watching here that couldn't have made the deal that I just made. And here's the difference. If you don't have my experience, if you don't have a little bit of education of what to do, this kind of shit is going right by you, going right under your nose, and you're missing it every day. And that's one of the main things that I hear from people that get in my class is they realize they're like, oh, I could have had a V8, right? They're realizing, they're going, oh shit, I could have made a lot of money. And the opportunity will come around, but you got to get educated on what to do. You got to get educated on what to do. And one of the most frustrating things for me talking to people that call in are people that contact me that have already gotten somewhat of a YouTube university education from the fake gurus and they say the dopiest shit, and it's just listen. And people that take advice from a fake guru, you're doomed worse than anyone. Forget about the 10 grand you wasted giving these guys. It's taking that advice or just wasting a year. I mean, look, I made a couple hundred grand in less than a week. I did it in a day. But that's the kind of thing. Chris in my class just made 100 grand on a deal, and it really was in a day. And those are the kind of things that can happen, but it's never going to happen for people that don't know what they're doing. It took me a long time. I started at 19 years old, and anyways. And oh my God. Hey, Kevin, where are you from? Lakeland, Florida. You want to call in? You should call in. Hey, if you guys want to call in, hit that subscribe button. Listen, no pressure from me ever to get in. You got to want it. If you don't want it, you're never going to make it anyways, to be honest. You got to have a passion. And what's cool is developing the passion. I get to see it in my students. They make their first chunk of money. And I don't even like to say chunk now because it's those kind of vague things that, like Pace Morby, to me is one of the biggest fake gurus there is, and one of the most successful fake gurus there is, actually. Chris Crone, again, these are guys that have no real estate chops, none that I can see at all, none. I don't consider sub to a talent. I don't consider going after zero equity deals. It sounds good, but it's a way to make people that have no hope, to give them some hope, so that they can go borrow money from grandma or grandpa or whatever and pay, $8 grand for a stupid course that ain't going to take them anywhere. And that's why it's such vague stuff. Anyways, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to look at? But what I call this, the gullible dopes, right? The gullible dopes. And there's so many of them. Listen, when a guy tells you that that you should be in his class and that you should, get in on this, and then doesn't give you one monetary reason why, that's a joke. That is a joke. So I'll just give you a comparison here real quick. This guy is in my class. He made several six-figure flips before he made a $2 million profit. It's probably closer to $2.5 million. Okay, this gentleman here, he's about a millionaire right now, and he's doing what I started out when I was, what I was doing in my 20s, flipping land. And he was just in the class the other day, and I was glad he came in because I just had a new student that wanted to know more about making money on land. And it's great. I can answer any questions. That's why listen, you can call me up and go live right now. I'll answer any question you have. Pose anything to me you want. and I'll whatever. I've got experience. It's not hard for me to answer questions because I actually do have experience. I do have the chops. And that's what other people cannot do. And that's why they hide. They're scared of questions. But I'm relieved, because as soon as I decided I wasn't going to take any new mentees over the summer, or I wasn't going to do any more webinars, I should say, I just felt this calm, like, okay, good. I'm not doing it anymore. So we got a question here. Who are the fake gurus? Yeah, that would be sad. That's sad. I mean, most people do know, or they can smell it. So look, I'll show you who I think is a fake guru right here. I'll play this for you, and then I'll tell you why. Okay? So look here. This is Pace Morby. I think he's a nice, affable dude, but I don't think I've been buying real estate since before he was born, okay? Now, if you don't know real estate, if you're not an experienced investor, it's just like anything. If you're not a doctor, somebody that knows a little bit about medical, knowledge and terminology, they could talk circles around you and you might believe that they're a doctor because you're not, okay? But see, somebody in real estate can't talk circles around somebody that actually knows real estate, that's actually been there, done that, made millions, tens of millions of dollars in all different aspects. And they know when they hear foolishness, when they hear it. And Pace is somebody that when I listen to him, I'm like, this guy didn't know what the hell he's doing, doesn't know what he's talking about. And it shows, though, in his advertising. So I want you to hear this. Let's watch this. This is something I just grabbed off my phone, but just go ahead and watch this, and then let's talk about this. And in fact, this will be a test. This will be a test for a 10% discount or a free. I'll give somebody a free consultation if they can tell me why this is so screwed up. Listen to this.
19 deals without cold calling, wholesaling, fixing deals, and you're still stuck in YouTube and all this other stuff. Guys, you want to do 19 deals without cold calling, wholesaling, fixing and flipping, BRRRR strategy, doing this full time, or even having to be licensed? It's called the Gator method, and that's what Colin did to get his first 19 deals in less than 30 days.
Okay, Colin got 19 deals in less than 30 days. Okay, is there any other information you'd like to hear? Is there anything else you'd like to know? Let's keep listening.
We got a training, Gator method, coming up. Click the link down below for the free training, and I'll see you there.
Okay, so again, one more time.
Deals without cold calling, wholesaling, fixing and
I've done about 19 deals so far.
This guy did 19 deals and you're still stuck in YouTube and all this other stuff. Guys, you want to do 19 deals without cold calling, wholesaling, fixing and flipping, BRRRR strategy, doing this full time, or even having to be licensed? It's called the Gator method, and that's what Colin did to get his first 19 deals in less than 30 days.
Okay, listen. I'm going to see if there's anybody here that gets it. So let's go ahead. ICE. What about note investing? Okay, forget about that. David Lampley, do you like Ron LeGrand? Ron LeGrand's been around a long time. I don't even know if Ron might be a fake guru from the 80s. We had fake gurus back then, too, by the way. Hey, ICE, you get an A. No money made. Okay? Virgil wrote, hey, Tom, another one is Cardone. I get emails one a week from a company even after I flagged it as spam. So, again, ICE, you got it. Okay? What he's doing is he's talking about 19 deals as if he's talking about $1.9 million, but there's nothing. The guy did, so you want to be like Colin and make 19 deals? Do you want to make 19 deals? Do you want to do 19 deals? How would you like to make 19 deals? He's got Mr. 84. Mr. 84 did 84 deals. Mr. 84 was in 74 deals. 0 profits discussed or mentioned. Zero. Nothing. Okay? And he had a kid on there, Ryan Schroep, the other day. Ryan Schroep looks like an employee to me. He's got all the sub 2 garb, and apparently you go to his page and he's got some sort of a sub 2 tie-in of some degree. Again, if you go to a sub 2, and like I say, you guys just figure it out for yourselves. I just gotten to the point where I don't give a damn anymore. It just doesn't matter. But I do appreciate ICE you catching that. So look, go in here and go to Pace Morby's success stories, okay? See right here? This is his success stories. It's up at the top bar. And now you listen to this. This is about an hour and 30 minutes of people talking. And guess what they don't mention? Money. deals, deals, deals. Or I hope I make a deal. Oh, I think I'm going to make a deal. Oh, gee, it'll be great when I do make a deal. Or I'm a partner with 3 other people. You know what? I can't imagine a worse nightmare. I'm a partner with 3 other people. Congratulations, you screwed up. This gal here, and I don't, I would play this, but I'm not even going to bother. I don't want to pick on these people individually. Nice gal, but basically, in a nutshell, she talks about she doesn't know what she's doing. She's learning, and guess what? But she's out there helping people that are in the community. She doesn't know what she's doing, and she's learning, and she's helping other people. What on earth? Is that the kind of mentor you want? Is that the kind of help you want? You want somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, never made a deal, never made any money, that hopes to? Here we go. This guy made a deal. I closed my first deal within 3 weeks of joining the program. Congratulations. How much money did you lose? You know what I mean? It's just so stupid. It's just so crazy stupid. And like I say, again, go here. I'll tell you right now, decide for yourself. Go to sub 2. Watch these testimonials, okay? And then for a stark contrast, okay? Look, you just heard the guy talking about deals, right? Talking about his deals, right? Now, here's Ken. This is Ken. Just listen to Ken.
Everyone listening out there, I highly recommend Tom's course, the mentorship program. I myself have made over $600,000 in a period of just a couple of months.
So he made $600,000 in a couple of months, okay? And you can see below here, $600,000, $70,000 a year income on that property now, okay? That is the meat, right? You just have a commercial. Where's the beef? There's the beef. There's the beef. There's no beef in any Pace Morby stuff. It's always the same shit. Deals, deals, deals. No monetary. You know, look, this.
I signed this $1 million deal. I've never, done this in my life. I was like freaking out, and after reading Tom's book and being involved in his mentorship, I've been able to make a couple $100,000 on a house, another couple $100,000 on another house, and what I estimate is up in excess of $1 million in equity on a commercial building that I bought. So it's very real, and it's very tangible.
So there you go. Do you want to be in a class where people are talking about the money that they made, $1 million that they made, or $100,000 that they made, or do you want to hear somebody saying, "I did 19 deals, I did 20 deals, I did 84 deals," and zero qualifiers, zero money to talk about, nothing, you know what I mean? There's no motivation. It's so ridiculous. No money made. I want some money all the way. Yeah. So there you go, Ice. So look I am not even, let me pull this down for a second, and somebody wants to call in, feel free. We can have a call. In fact, Pace Morby, if you can call, why don't you call in? This gentleman's almost a millionaire. He's made $60,000 a year as working for the church. He quit his job at the church, and now he's just about a millionaire right now. Really, really, really close. He made $145,000 so far this year between 2 deals. He made $100,000 on a single lot without even hardly trying. And then I made 45 on a condo. It took a little bit of effort, but still 45. And he made about 225, I think, in the year prior to this. Okay, this is real. This is what I'm talking about. I don't thrive on gullible people. I don't even want them. Rich here had picked up a couple of properties, made like 100 or so on the first one, about 100.5 on the second one, and then damn near 800,000 on the third one, correct?
Yeah.
His income. So there you go. There's a guy that made $1.3 million. And now, and this only was in my class like 18 months. And now take a look at the assets he's got. Let me show you what he's got as a result of making that money on those couple pieces of land. Totaled $2.3 million, right? He's got about a 5,000 square foot retail center, the one you see up front here, not the building behind.
Yeah.
$2.3 million. And then he's got 2 sister buildings, one next to the other, each one 7,500 square feet. And between the 3 of these, he's bringing about $150,000 a year, equivalent to what his income is from his job. And he's on fire. I mean, the guys in my class are going to be richer than me someday because they're younger than me, and they've got the advantage of being mentored by somebody like me. And so, I like people. I've had some great conversations, and I've met people. I've made friends all over the country, and I've got for everyone you see here, there's probably 10 times this, you know. I haven't even been able to videotape. I haven't been able to put up videos of people I already have interviewed. It's a very, very cool thing. But you know what? If you don't get involved, if you don't, you say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And believe me, I got no interest in trying to make people drink. If you don't have the common sense to see the difference between this, profits, names, actual properties you get to see and look at, or do you want to hear about the mystery deals?
We got a training, Gator method, coming up in deals without cold calling, wholesaling, fixing.
I've done about 19 deals so far.
This guy did 19 deals and you're still stuck in YouTube and all this other stuff. Guys, you want to...
Yeah, he made 19 deals, but what does that mean? Do you understand how silly that is? He's acting like 16, it's money. It's not money. There's nothing there. It's empty. Almost everything Pace does is empty. There's nothing there. Talks about a community he trained, but doesn't talk about a community making profits. He talks about individual people doing a bunch of deals, but is never quantified with money. So like I say, it's just so ridiculous. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. But he's one that's, I think, from what I understand, he's brought in $40 million in tuitions from people, and it's just to me one of the saddest groups I've ever seen. It's a it's a $40 million hat club. So, anyways, all right, what else? Okay, yeah, ICE. Just keep watching the videos. But you're smart. You're catching on. No money made. Yes, that was the point. No money made, no money discussed. So is there anybody watching here that I just had a really nice, sincere conversation with a guy that wants to get in the class, and he's been thinking about it. He's been kicking the tires too long. I have people that have been kicking the tires. I first did my very first class. I did it for $600, and then it went to $1,200. Then it went to $2,900 or $1,900. Then $2,900, and then $5,000, and now it's $10,000. And but I reduce it. I give a significant discount off that $10,000 for people that I know will be profitable, or that I sincerely feel will do well. I like people that are going to be an asset to the class, going to be an asset to themselves. I don't need the money. I turn people down. There's people that solicit dodos and gullible people to go borrow money from grandma or their parents or whatever, and they go after young people too, which I find very disgusting. I don't go after young people. I talk to young people all the time, but and I'm impressed when somebody young saves $20,000, in their early 20s. But I'm very, very, I do the math immediately. I think about how much of their seed capital are they going to embark to spend to get an education, and like I say, if you only have enough money to pay for my course, I don't want you. You better get a skill and figure out how to save. You got to show discipline to save money. You got to show, get a little skill to make money. And so we're gonna talk more about it, and I'll be right back.
And listen, time is on a mission to eliminate all the snake oil and the fake gurus that fake y'all. He'll show you how to build an empire, starting with nothing but a desire. All you really need is a good mentor, not a used car bullshit. With time, you'll learn to crush it. Investing like Warren Buffett. With real estate, you cannot procrastinate. Everyone who hesitates is left at the starting gate. Hey, yo, so don't delay and join today. The mentorship and flip anything. USA, go.
All right. So, anyways, that's what's happening. In fact, if somebody wants to call in, you can call in. In fact, here's the number if you want to call in. Oh, we're not doing that, actually. We're doing this. So anyways, yeah, I'm done with the webinars. But if somebody wants to get in the class, let me just tell you what you do. Going forward, you apply for mentorship. Right here. Just apply for mentorship. You can see it in the top corner here, right above there. You hit that, and just a brief little couple of questions. You fill that in, it comes in on my email, I take a look at it, and I write you back and say, probably not, or I say, you know what, you sound like you might be pretty good. Sometimes I might say, hey, you know what, it's a no-brainer for you. It appears to be, let's have a call and find out. And then I have a call with you, and if I discern that you've got what it takes, then I will tell you you can get in for X amount of money, and you can take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me. Never hurts my feelings for somebody not to get in. But I don't waste much time. I don't like time burglars. People that want to just talk about getting in forever. Got zero interest in that at all. I don't like it's procrastinators really go nowhere. They go nowhere. I can tell you right now. And if you're sitting here kicking yourself and asking, you saw it was 600, then it was 1,200, then it was 19, or then it was $3,000. Now it's 5. It's not going to happen for you anyways. Not with me anyways. So that's all I got to say about that. So if somebody wants to call in, call that number right there. And tell me what your fears are. Tell me what you're afraid of. I listen, we've got a giant country of sheep and people, that are just kind of get weaker and weaker all the time. Everybody seems to be coddled. Everybody seems to need to be, you can't, no hurt feelings. You can't say anything that'll hurt anybody's feelings. Hate speech. You can't, just all this stuff that has made just a giant population of sissies, for lack of a better word. And I don't mean that in any sexual way. I just mean wimps and people that just have, just no balls or guts, or, they're snowflakes, as we say, right? They just melt like that. That means they can't take it. They can't take it. And the problem is if you're that weak and you can't take it, then you're not going to get anywhere. I got to tell you truthfully, you're not going to get anywhere. You can't be a snowflake. You can't be, or because somebody's just going to, roll over you. And there's plenty of people, and listen, I'll tell you something, this is interesting. So look, let me just explain this in another way. So look, these are all properties. Every one of these properties you see, every one of these blue dots, and there's actually much more than it looks like. All these. Look how close they are. These are all properties not far from each other. I could walk to most all my properties in a single day, tens of millions of dollars, right? And I got some stuff a little bit further out. And then, of course, before this, I had a similar group of properties like this from back in the 1980s when I was a teenager. Guess what? Yeah, I was doing it back then, too. Same thing I'm doing now. Now, you can see I have a fair amount of property back then. You see all these blue dots, right? What happened here? But, this is my first million, when $1 million was like $3 million today. There's so much money to be made in real estate. That's my 20s. That's my first million before I turned 30. Okay. Then you kind of get to present day, and it's I've made millions of dollars on apartment buildings. These are apartment buildings I've owned. There's just so many things. And so, I like people that want it. I like people that want to be wealthy. They want to have more. That aren't lazy, listen, it's just, the people that are lazy are just everywhere. And guess what? They're not new. They've been around forever. But if you want a portfolio of properties similar to what I've got, and then you got to get started now. And with a little guidance, you could get this in half the time that it took me to acquire. But I'm not going to give it to you. I mean, you're going to pay for it. But, that's all I got to say for that. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to put this up one last time. If anybody wants to have a call, you can. Otherwise, I'm building, actually I'm doing an addition right now on a house, which listen, not everybody needs to be a builder. I'm a builder. I'm a developer, but most of my money has been made not building, not developing, but by buying property under market. And that's what I teach you how to do. And that's what you want to know how to do. That's the secret. That's the biggest secret to wealth, is buying stuff under market. And, and I'd tell you, there's nobody better to teach you than I. And I've got the testimonials. I've got the students, to prove it. And I've got the portfolio of myself to prove it, or you can take, you can listen to the fake gurus. It just doesn't even matter to me anymore. So that's it. If you want to get in, that's what you do. In the meantime, I am going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and we'll see y'all later.
Stop and listen. Time is on a mission to eliminate all the snake oil and the fake gurus gurus that fake y'all. He'll show you how to build an empire, starting with nothing but a desire. All you really need is a good mentor, not a used car bullshit. With time, you'll learn to crush it. Investing like Warren Buffett. With real estate, you cannot procrastinate. Everyone who hesitates is left at the starting gate. Hey, yo, so don't delay and join today. The mentorship and flip anything. USA, go.